Welcome to Make Your Mark. I'm your host, Mark Anthony Nicholas, and we have a fun show for you today. Today, I am interviewing Oscar nominated animator Bobby Pontillas, and we're here at Disney Studios in Burbank, California. So, are you guys ready? On your mark, get set, let's go! Bobby Pontillas is a talented artist, animator, and illustrator known for his vibrant and dynamic style. He has worked with major studios like Disney and DreamWorks and part of huge films such as Tangled, Frozen, and Big Hero 6. I caught up with Bobby at Disney Studios, a place of creativity and magic. He shared stories of his early days to his time working with DreamWorks and Disney. His voice reflected a deep love for the arts, one that has guided him through many ups and downs in the industry. And we're here in Disney Burbank.
Yes.
Yes.
Where magic is made.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so how did it all start here?
Yeah, so I knew that I wanted to be at Disney since I was a young kid. I started drawing and I worked my butt off going to art school and applying to different art schools and different art studios and everything like that. I grew up in Seattle, Washington.
Wow,
but my dream was always to be down here at Disney as an animator because we all grew up with Disney films, you know, Beauty and the Beast, Little Mermaid, Aladdin, Lion King,
Frozen.
I didn't grow up with Frozen. I don't know how young you are, but like I worked on Frozen. But but like those early '90s Disney films, it's just such a wealth of inspiration. Of just kind of like the songs, the heroes, the characters, and everything like that. And sooner or later, you kind of realize that people draw this for a living. And then when you find that out, if you like to draw as a kid, you're like, that's what I want to do for a living. You know what I mean? And so once I found out about animation, specifically Disney animation, I was like, this is exactly what I want to do in my life. And it was like set. I was like pretty young, man, like 18, 19. And it's exactly what I want to do with my life. It didn't happen overnight. It took a long time. But this was the goal, man. Being here at Disney Animation where magic is made was the dream.
Bobby is also recognized for his work in concept art, visual development, and character design. With an amazing ability to capture emotion and movement through his work, he is a force in the animation industry and beyond. And now we're entering where? The Disney Animation Building, right?
Yes.
And
Disney Animation.
And I know how near and dear like a special cartoon was to you. It was Tarzan. You
Yeah.
watched it in 1999 with your mom in the theater.
Yeah.
So like tell us about that and how Tarzan played an important role in your career.
Wow. I'm really kind of honestly blown away by the kind of amount of research that you did, but props to you. But you know, at that point, you know how like everyone has kind of like a skill that they kind of grew up with. They like to draw, they like to sing, they like to paint. There's something like that with Tarzan for me was, I can actually make a living out of this hobby that I've had since I was a kid. Right. When I saw Tarzan with my mom in the theater, I was like, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do with my life. I'm taking drawings, making them come to life, breathe and act and sing and live through these films that we kind of all grew up through. That I was like, it changed my life, man. And I cannot tell you how big of a change it made because before that, I kind of felt myself a kind of average student. But Bobby is far from average. He's an Oscar-nominated artist too. Bobby's so passionate about his craft, that's what makes him so amazing. His ability to capture emotion and humanity through his art is unbelievable. It's magic that's beyond the screen. It's a feeling that resonates with everyone watching. And Bobby's Oscar nomination is proof that anything can happen. He's always pushing the boundaries of what animation can achieve, while inspiring the next generation of artists to dream big and reach for the stars.
What makes our hearts soar? It's in knowing we have devoted ourselves to serving you with care. The kind of care that goes above and beyond, taking you through unforgettable journeys that last a lifetime. As Asia's first and longest-serving airline, we are made for the skies. Experience 83 years of heartfelt service when you fly with Philippine Airlines.
You're at your best at M Beauty by Dr. Tess.
I only want the best. America's favorite dermatologist, Dr. Tess.
And we're not gonna change it. At M Beauty, you can get the celebrity treatment too.
I trust Dr. Tess.
I see beauty in everyone I meet.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Tess.
I just want to say thank you so much for boosting my confidence.
You're welcome. Call now for your free consultation.
We're back with Bobby. So the first segment, we talked about his career. This segment, we are about to talk about his family, Filipino, his traditions, and his favorite things as a Filipino. So,
Yeah.
Bobby, we both know that you have a great relationship with your mom. You
Yeah.
know, my mom, I had a great relationship with her, but she passed away of breast cancer 14 years ago. So when I was researching about your mom and how close you guys are, it really made me feel a connection towards you because I know how much you love talking about your mom, and mothers are just such an important factor in our lives. So tell us, like, how important is your mom and what memory can you recall of your childhood with her?
Yeah, so my mom was my biggest champion. Like growing up, it was just like us against the world. I think that's a Tupac song. It's probably not, but it was us growing up, single mom, a single child, and she was in the military, so we bounced from different naval station to naval station, and every 4 years, so it's like Guam, Mississippi, finally down to Washington, and then when I finally became of age in college, she was just kind of like, what do you want to do with your life? And you know this, I told my mom, I want to be like, yo, I want to join the military, get into the Navy, because it's a secure life. And she's like, you better not do that. You can draw, you should do something with that. And so like, as a teenager, not knowing what I wanted to do in my life, she was like, she realized that I wanted to get into the arts, and she signed me up for different, like, we met with different art schools over there up in Seattle, and technical schools and everything like that, biggest champion.
Yeah.
So, you know, I know there's a lot of like say of just kind of like Filipino parents not supportive of their children being in the arts, but man, I mean, like, I think that's changing now.
Yeah,
you know,
right.
Filipino parents are like looking at it different now, that you can make a living, you can make a good living in the entertainment arts, in the artistic arts too.
Because you proved them wrong, because like you actually can, right?
Her belief in me kind of made me believe in myself. And once she sort of said that, like, you don't have to go that military route, which is nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But she recognized the passions that I had, and I think that's the biggest thing probably as a Filipino parent, of just like, instead of going into like, this is exactly what Filipinos do, it's recognizing your Filipino, your kid's talent and passions.
Exactly.
And then fostering that.
Yeah. So I always wanted to know, like, when you and your mama would be sitting at Tarzan, what was going through your head when you were watching that movie in 1999, Tarzan?
Yeah, I thought that, I can't believe someone does this for a living. And I love to draw. These people clearly love to draw. And there's a thing with Disney movies where it's uplifting.
Yes.
It's optimistic. It's like a never say die attitude. And there's a hero's journey and everything like that. All of the messages within these films, these animated films, these Disney animated films, are encouraging you to shoot for the stars.
Right, exactly.
And that might sound cliche to a lot of people, But for me, as a young adult trying to find their way, that's exactly what I needed.
Right.
I needed someone to tell me that you can do this, and here's how you can do it.
Yeah.
And so with Tarzan and a lot of other Disney movies that have that message, it just means a lot to like a young adult with a talent trying to find their way.
Right. And I know that being Filipino is important to you.
Yeah.
Right? Because you're just such a proud Filipino, a proud Filipino animator. You know, how challenging or how easy or in this industry, I know there's not a lot of Filipino animators out there. So do you feel that you have a lot of responsibilities as a Filipino animator, or do you have to like work harder? Like, because I know with my profession, I'm always the only Filipino producer on major talk shows like the Kelly Clarkson Show, the Tyra Banks Show, The Talk. I was always like the first and only Filipino producer, but is it like that too, like with your lifestyle?
That's a good question, man. I would say that you come into a place like Disney, and that it's a big team telling a big story,
Right.
And so you're just happy and proud to contribute to the big story,
Yeah.
right? That has international bounds and reach.
Correct.
At some point in your career, in my career maybe, I just sort of wanted to get out there and tell our stories, our Filipino stories,
Right.
And it's not easy, man. It's very hard.
It is.
You have to have the courage to do it, and then you also have the tenacity to kind of keep telling those stories because they're very. It's a double-edged sword because they're foreign, and that's what makes it a little bit scarce for Hollywood to bite off on.
Right.
But the beautiful thing is that they're specifically you, and they're specifically our culture, so that's what makes it special.
Yeah. And you're always sharing your stories everywhere you go, and it brings some sort of light to even like someone like who's in their teens or in their 20s, right?
Yeah.
And so what message can you bring to those teenagers and 20-year-olds?
Well, so my vantage point is always coming from like going to the Philippines.
Yeah.
And you go to Manila, which is amazing. I go to my province in Navoa, Camarines Sur, in Bicol, and I take walks. I see all the kids on the street. I see all the families on the street. I see how people live, and next to nothing, but happier than anyone that you'd ever seen before. Right. And I used to take these walks and see these kids and see these families, and I would be like, I want to make stories for them.
Yeah.
I want to make media for them, movies for them, TV series for them, so that these kids can feel seen.
Right.
These kids can feel like the heroes in their own stories.
Right.
And, like, die trying.
Yeah, right.
If that's what I'm going to do.
And I love that because you're just such an inspiration to kids of all ages, and I'm so excited because up next we are going to be introducing you to my 23-year-old nephew.
Nice.
Who aspires to create characters for this industry.
Awesome.
All right, so don't go away.
What makes our hearts soar? It's in knowing we have devoted ourselves to serving you with care. The kind of care that goes above and beyond, taking you through unforgettable journeys that last a lifetime. As Asia's first and longest-serving airline, we are made for the skies. Experience 83 years of heartfelt service when you fly with Philippine Airlines.
You're at your best at M Beauty by Dr. Tess.
I only want the best. America's favorite dermatologist, Dr. Tess.
And we're not gonna change it. At M Beauty, you can get the celebrity treatment too.
I trust Dr. Tess.
I see beauty in everyone I meet. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Tess.
I just want to say thank you so much for boosting my confidence.
You're welcome.
Call now for your free consultation.
welcome back. I have an exciting guest for you. He is my nephew, 23-year-old Noah Uyad, who dreams of becoming part of the art industry. So Noah, welcome.
Hello.
Yes, and this is Bobby.
Hello again.
Yes. So Bobby, Noah wants to be part of this industry. He has been drawing since first grade, right?
Is that all?
Yeah, right?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Your mom was artistic, your sister's artistic, your dad not so much. But so tell us about growing up and your love of art.
So I first started when I was in first grade, when my grandmother got me into it. And like since then I've always drawn and I took art classes since I was like 8. And then there I hit a pause when one of my uncles hit me with the artists don't make money type of thing. And so right there I was just like, I started taking more towards like work and school, and I was like on a little hiatus, but I am interested in following my passion, especially in like this like new day and age where like art is more like more appreciated and like you'll see it more on social media, and I think the chances of like success is a bit better. So just following my passions right now.
And when you draw, what inspires you? Like
there's a lot actually, but from drawing I think it comes from like when I was really young, like playing video games. That's like where I draw most of my my like inspiration from. So like I first started like this one video game on Pokemon on like a little Game Boy that I found in my garage. It was like one of my uncle's old Game Boys, and since then that's kind of just like been where I kind of draw most of my inspiration.
Right.
And that's where like I feel like my style comes from.
I love that. And you brought your art portfolio with us, right? Can we take a look at it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then just describe it.
So this one's just like a graphic design project. Since I'm kind of into like the cyber sigilalism Chrome stuff. Explain that.
I'll look it up.
Ooh, that looks awesome.
Yeah. So some of these are like just drawings from like characters I've created or kind of new to creating characters. But the Pokemon comes in, like Pokemon cards.
That's so cool.
Yeah. And then I go into like graphic design. So like I do like photography as well.
Yeah.
And mix it with like graphic design.
So you're interested in a lot of different aspects of like the art and drawing and visual
kind of
like stuff.
Multimedia is kind of just like where I'm kind of thinking of going towards.
What do you like about multimedia?
I just like, because I feel like I've learned like a lot of different platforms for art. So like fine arts, and then like there's like graphic design and like photography, and I just kind of want to mix that together.
When you were doing art in the beginning and you were drawing, what kind of kept you going, like even in junior high school, and towards you said you're 23, right?
Yes,
so like
so what kept me going, I think it was just my love for it. Like there was a lot of like, I did have like an uncle who like talked down against it, and for that, until like it finally got to me, I kind of just I just kept drawing because I just love to create. And then eventually I'm getting back into it. I realized like now like it's not about the money, it's just because I love doing art.
There was someone I remember, and maybe this might sound like idealistic, but like in my art school, I remember a teacher of mine said, don't chase the money, chase the passion. If you chase your passion, the money will follow. And I mean, there's some nuance to that a little bit, but like I think that's kind of like where I've had my career,
I've had a karate dojo teacher, sensei. He said something like, if you do something you love, it doesn't feel like working. Is that like something?
Oh, yeah.
Is that something that...
Did we have the same karate dojo animation teacher? Same guy?
So You were 23, Bobby, and I know how hard it is in your 20s to be navigated. So now, Noah, you have the means and the tools because Bobby is the successful animator. So what advice can you give him, or the tools or the secrets that he could take with him today so he could use it for tomorrow and the future?
I have two things. So number one would be to really, really refine your technical skill as much as possible.
Okay.
You know, I mean, you could say like anything you want, like dream big and all that kind of stuff, which is great.
Yeah.
But the technical skill of whatever you want to pursue, just be a beast about like being the best technically.
So the fundamentals.
Right? Which is huge. And then the second thing I would say that's helped me in my career is just take big risks all the time, that whenever you can. Even when you feel like you can't really do it, or you're not really up for it, take big risks. I think that would serve your career in a way that you'll find yourself in places where you're just kind of like, I'm glad I took that risk.
Get out of my comfort zone a little bit.
Dude, you already know, man.
I'm so proud of you. And I want to tell you, Bobby, you know he has a small business called Repeat After Me. In my 20s, I didn't even have a small business. So tell us about your small business.
It's just a brand. I've always wanted to do one since I was like in high school, and like I planned to do one with like my like high school friends. Yeah. And then we never got to it. We bought like all this stuff. We bought like a silk screen and like everything, and like and then years later my younger cousin wanted to start one, and so then we're like, okay, let's do it together, and then we started, and like now
and they have like apparel, like shirts and hats.
We do apparel.
The hats are like motivational sayings as well, right?
I would say not motivational sayings, but I do have like a Mahakita hat and like stuff like that.
I love that. And you brought something for Bobby, right?
Yeah, I did.
What?
Yeah.
Damn. Nice, man. Thank you.
I love that.
This is dope, man.
Yeah. I love that.
You designed this?
Yeah, I did.
Yes.
That design.
Yes.
Let's go, man.
Get your merch. Repeat after me. Well, right back. We'll be right back.
You're at your best at M Beauty by Dr. Tess.
I only want the best. America's favorite dermatologist, Dr. Tess.
And we're not gonna change it. At M Beauty, you can get the celebrity treatment too.
I trust Dr. Tess.
I see beauty in everyone I meet. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Tess.
I just want to say thank you so much for boosting my confidence.
You're welcome.
Call now for your free consultation.
Welcome back. Oh my God, what a fun day with Bobby and Noah. He got new merch. Bobby, how do you like it?
Fits like a glove.
I love that. Well, Bobby, thank you so much for being a Filipino trailblazer, paving the way for us and the next generation, right?
Yeah. This guy.
Noah, I see a bright future with you, and it's so amazing. And I know you're going to be in the Philippines. You're going to take that hat too, right? What
Yes, of course. I'm never going to take it off. Yeah.
What are you going to be doing in the Philippines?
So in the Philippines, I'm going to be working with an animation studio over there called Toon City Animation. We're going to make an animated series that's based in the Philippines, inspired by the Philippines, and get that industry going.
Right. I love that. Well, Bobby, thank you for all you do, and I can't wait to see your future unfold. Thank you so much for all the dreamers watching, and don't forget, believe in yourself and make your mark.